This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
Hey, sound check, sound check. Good to see you there, Bjorn. Are you hearing my voice? Let me know in the chat real quick. Getting started here. Don't see anybody else in right now, but hopefully we'll get some more people in here in a minute as things get started. This is not my second live stream. This is actually probably a fourth or a fifth. I can't remember how many I've done so far, maybe even my sixth. I'm getting a little better at it, but things are progressing, let's just say. It went from I didn't know what I was doing to I still don't know what I'm doing, but I kind of got a hang of it a little bit better. So how you been doing there, Bjorn? Oh, great. Good to know I'm good. I've got my headset going. I had some issues with it last night, but I think I've got those handled. I've kind of figured out how to add different screens in. Let's see. You can see my desk cam. Can you still hear me with the desk cam on? Let me know, Bjorn. I'd like to know that. And I can also do this, so you can see the desk cam and me at the same time. We're going to be opening these guys up later on as soon as we get a few more people in. I did a toy hunt yesterday. There's a video up right now of the toy hunt. So after this is over with, we'll you can head on out and check out the toy hunt from yesterday. It was a whole lot of fun. That is a pretty neat Ric Flair. Hey, Masters Maniac Mexico, good to see you in there, sir. Yeah, we're getting ready to rumble tonight. We're going to get these figures opened up. I know you're not a big fan of Jitsu and everything, but I saw him the other day at Walmart, and I had to go out and get him yesterday. So there is a toy hunt up, like I said, in my video list. And let's see if we can get a few more people in. How's everybody been doing? Hey, Monsters Maniac Mexico, I went and checked out your flea hunt run, a flea market run. That was pretty cool to see the things that they had for sale out there. And looked like you found a little Wilma Flintstone figure. See, Bjorn says those loyal subjects turtles are not good figures. The colors on the legs don't match at all, and the figures are too bright. Yeah. I saw two different sorts of turtles yesterday at Walmart. One set was on the clearance aisle, and the other set was over there in the NECA section. The NECA section turtles looked like they had more articulation than the ones that I saw on the clearance aisle. See, I found the Amblin Wilma. She's already cleaned up. Cool. Very cool there, Monsters Maniac Mexico. Had a live stream on the other day, I think around the same time you were doing your live stream there, and I didn't get to see you on there, Rollo, but maybe next time. If you want to hop on with me tonight, I've got a pinned comment up there that's got the StreamYard link in it. Anytime you get ready to, just hop in and I'll put you on with me. There's a couple other guys that usually show up, so I'm kind of waiting on them to kind of pop in and let me know that they're here before we get started with this. Like I said, I've just got started doing live streams, Bjorn, and it's kind of I just fly by the seat of my pants right now. I don't have anything, any kind of script or anything that I'm working from, and a lot of times there's technical issues with the technology here that I'm not used to using. Right now I've got my phone set up to be a desk cam for tonight. Bjorn says, whenever I can get a better camera, I'll start doing more videos. That's pretty cool. Monsters Maniac Mexico said he was painting for like 7 hours. That's a long time. Just give me some minutes. Monsters Man Mexico says I can come around and also have some Origins to unbox. That's pretty cool. All right. Like I said, I don't need your phone, baby. I got my phone set up. Thanks, sweetheart. Wife came in. She was going to let me use her phone as a third camera, but I think I got everything set up the way I want it to be tonight. I'll use the laptop cam as my main cam, and I have my phone set up for my desk cam over here. Bjorn says that's my motto: wing it. Yeah, it's the only way to do it. Whenever you plan things, that's when it really goes haywire, right? So yeah, like I said yesterday, I went out and did a little toy hunt, and if you watch that video, I saw something I really didn't think I was going to ever see for sale in Walmart. Was the vintage reproduction that they came out with last year of the Ecto 1. It actually hit the shelf at my Walmart, and they had 2 of them on the shelf. I came that close to buying it. I've got 2 already. I've got one that's an Ecto 1, and the other one's the Ecto 1A, and they're vintage, so I didn't figure I needed to get that one, so I let it sit on the shelf. But it was kind of cool to see that. I wasn't ever expecting it to actually make it to the stores. I figured that, I guess those shipping containers finally got into San Francisco off those ships. Bjorn says he never saw an Ecto 1 here. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, they're hitting my Walmarts. You may check your Walmart and see. Like I think I might have been you or somebody else was commenting on that my Walmart seemed to be more well stocked than theirs. Well, I think they just did the spring reset not too long ago, and like I said, I was surprised to see the Masters of the Universe figures in there the last time I was there. Now, that's not to say that all Walmarts are the same. There's another town just over to the west of me that their Walmart put all the Motu stuff on clearance. They're getting rid of it. There's not even a planogram for it there in that one. Yeah, that was you, Bjorn. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I haven't been to the one in Oxford, Mississippi yet, which is a ton better than the one in Batesville, which is the one where I went toy hunting at. And I just haven't had a chance to get over that way. It's kind of hard to get out like I used to these days, especially with gasoline prices the way they are. But hopefully things will start to calm down after the summer is over with and everything. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get this going here. If my sound is cutting out, let me know in the chat. I'm going to leave my headphones on. I hope I got the mic set up where you can hear what I'm doing. So who shall I open up first? Jitsu or Ric Flair? Let me know in the chat, guys. So we're going to open up Jitsu first, or we're going to open up Ric Flair? See, Bjorn says, I live about 30 minutes away from 2 different Walmarts in 2 different towns, and one of the towns has 2 Walmarts. That's cool. In Mississippi, all the towns are small. Most of them are so small that they only have one Walmart, but the towns are close enough that it's almost like being in a city and going to different Walmarts in the same city. Woo! Yeah, so we're going to open up Flair first. What about you, Monsters Maniac? You ready to open up Ric Flair? Ric's ready to get out of his package, guys. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get Ric Flair going here. Let's get him opened up. All right. Let's get him loose here. Like I got to get the old knife out. They got him trapped in there pretty good. All right. That rubber band off of his arms. Let's see. We got his feet trapped. Yeah, we got his feet trapped down here. There's one foot. There's the other foot loose. Let's see. All right, come on loose there, buddy. What you got caught on there now? There we go. All right, now we got Rick loose. All right, set him up right here. Let's see what else we got in the package here. We got some hands, and we got a microphone so that he can cut a promo. Let's put the mic in this. It's got a gripping hand here. See how that does. Oh, his hands don't want to hold his microphone. They're too stiff. There we go. Now he can cut his promo. To be the man, you gotta beat the man. Woo! All right, let's get this little pack of hands opened up here. If I can do that without losing everything on the floor. Oh, we got some shades in here too. All right, let's get the shades on his face and see how those work out. There. He's got some shades on his face. See, what is my opinion on Hasbro's new packaging? You mean the new packaging for WWE Superstars? The WWE Superstars line is not connected with Masters of the Universe in any way. I think the packaging is designed to reflect the old Remco wrestling figures packages from back in the day. All right. So what did we get as far as hands go? We've got 2 open palm hands. And we've got 2 closed fists. And of course, he comes with his 2 gripping hands. So there's Ric Flair with his sunglasses on. And he's got a cloth robe. On the back it says Ric Flair. That's pretty cool. Let's pull his collar down here. There we go. Collar down on his robe. And the sunglasses fit really good on his head. You just tuck the sides in underneath his hair, which is a separate piece that's glued onto the head. Hey, Michael Purvis, good to have you in. The pinned comment up there's a link to the StreamYard if you want to join me, Michael. And so there's Ric Flair. He comes with 2 sets of extra hands in addition to the hands that he has on him. And this is a good thing because these hands can be used on Motu figures. So if you want He-Man to have a closed fist or wanting to have an open palm hand for the other hand, you've got those hands available now to use on other figures. So there's Ric Flair. I'm going to set all of him off to the side over here, and we're going to get ready to tackle their Jitsu. All right, we're going to set this over to the side. And it's time to get Jitsu ready. All right, here we go. We're going to get Jitsu out of his packages. He's getting kind kind of claustrophobic in there. Try to do this without hurting the comic. Let's ease that comic out first and take a look at it. Once again, they've got the comic glued down to the packaging backing. Let's see if we can get it loose without tearing it. There we go. All right, it's loose now. Let's pull the comic out. All right, here's the comic. Challenge of Jitsu. And a cross cell on the back. Here's the included instruction sheet that shows you the things that you can remove off the figure: head, arms, feet and ankles, and you can split the torso. All right, time to come out, Jitsu. All right, here he comes out of his packaging. And let's see how easy he's going to be to come off. Once again, they've got him tied in here so that he can't come loose. I'm going to have to grab the old knife here and get that one. And see if I can get this one. There we go. Masters Maniac Mexico coming on in. Hey, Masters, how's it going, man?
All right. Now I was on the back, a little bit trapped. Here I am.
All right. We're in the process of getting Jitsu opened up here. So,
yeah. But this is a little bit of a disadvantage with the new packages. I mean, it was a really good idea that they made this air hole so that we don't get all these plastic issues with time with getting the plastic and the thinners off. But on the other hand, it's not so easy to get these separated, is it?
no,
Kind of
no,
pain of
no.
it's a pain in the butt, no?
No, exactly. It is. All right. He comes with this sword. It's all one color, kind of a burnt orange color. He doesn't have anything to hold his sword on his armor. I'm looking at the paint job on the armor. The paint job's not too bad. It's not, there's a little bit of slop on one side here, right in this area here. But otherwise it looks pretty spot on. A little sloppy back here in the back, but that's kind of par for the course with these figures nowadays, I've noticed. Back metal hand here, just absolutely wonderful. Love the face, that menacing look on his face there. He looks kind of really angry. And his boots look just great. The black with gold trim. I'll put his sword in his hand here so that he can hold his samurai sword. And there he is. There's Mr. Jitsu. So now Mephisto has his arch enemy, Jitsu, and we have Ric Flair. So these guys are now loose from their packaging. They can now breathe the air and enjoy themselves.
So wie sich das gehört.
Says Bjorn says, do you think that you may be able to use Ric Flair as a base for customs? I certainly do. Absolutely. The chest buck and upper body and arms is the same as Masters. Exactly. The legs themselves are the same as Masters, although you may have some issues with the coloration matching. Of course, he's got wrestling boots on, but and he also has the plain trunks instead of the furry shorts. But I'm planning on buying maybe another one of these figures with the plain trunks. I'm going to paint those a flesh tone and use those with my to when I'm making my Savage He-Man, so that when I'm gonna add a real cloth loincloth on him made out of felt, so that you don't see the furry shorts and belt underneath it. So that'd be great. All right, yeah, you're in here. So all right, so that kind of takes care of that for right now. So Masters, what do you think about these figures? I know you had some complaints about Jitsu and Fisto.
Yeah, but this is just to the functionality. The figure itself, I think it just came out beautiful. And
It
what I
did.
love is the glove itself, that they gave it this chrome touch, was what we really were missing. It is
Yeah.
just, as a kid, especially if it comes to Fisto and Jitsu, I beat the hell out of these figures for their action function. No, they were the all rounders. They were always changing sides exactly because they did that bam bam that we do as 12 years old boys, and it was just that mythic. And I was just like, oh my god, they are going so far with these Origins series
Yeah.
that I was really missing this small feather in the arm. Why
Yeah.
make it a deluxe version? Okay, I'm fine with Ram Man as well. I'm pretty happy with the outcome of the
Mhm.
Origins Ram Man. They gave him a lot of more options, so they made it a deluxe version. Fine for me. It's okay. But yeah, but that's basically the only complaint that I
Going beyond actual figures themselves, let's talk about the character of Jitsu. Um, in my mind and in my play, I, Jitsu just doesn't seem like he's the type of guy that would be a minion. He seems like the type of guy that he might be in business for himself, and not necessarily be a minion of Skeletor's, but
no.
he might help Skeletor for his own purposes.
And yeah, and we have a couple of key proofs for what you say, as well in the comics as in the series, where he also intends to cooperate with He-Man if it is in his own interest, or if where he openly betrays Skeletor to get his butt from the ice. No.
Right. You know, speaking of the bad guys being in business for themselves and not necessarily completely under Skeletor's thumb, the only one that I consider to be actually just a minion of Skeletor, his number one henchman, would be Beastman. He's the only one that just worships Skeletor. Even Merman was in business for himself. If you read the original mini comics, he was after He-Man stuff, and he wanted to be the number one bad guy, and he was just using Skeletor for his own purposes to get those things.
Oh yeah, about King Merman, we don't need to have any failures. This is a yeah, he wants to be the Imperial. He's not very happy with just being the king, but that he's a king. He will not accept any
Right.
other guy above
Bjorn
him.
says
And but there's sorry.
Bjorn says Jitsu looks like one of the bad guys from Die Hard. Yes, he does. That's a pretty cool comment.
Yeah, also he's not that wrong what he says. Jitsu as a character reminds me of a couple of typical, let's say, bash up movies from the early 80s. No, so the
Right.
identification factor with this guy was pretty high. And I would like to mention another thing why Germans in general have maybe a little bit a wider relationship to Jitsu is because we get our history more out of a couple of audiobooks that have been published in Germany and only in Germany, instead of getting it out of the Filmation comic. It's because the Filmation comic long time was not allowed in Germany for being considered not too child friendly and warmongering and I don't know what. It came up 87 in German television. So
Right.
almost when Masters of the Universe has reached the finish line, if you want to say it like this. So
You know,
so
you
my
bring up
heritage is the audiobooks, and in the audiobooks, Jitsu is pretty prominent. There's a couple of episodes where he gets pretty prominent represented.
well, Rollo, you bring up a good point. Those audio tales that came out of Germany, those are some things that I wish that I had my hands on, and I could listen to those stories and understand what they were, because that was a whole different storyline. If
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not mistaken, it was
yeah,
totally separate from Filmation, totally separate
absolutely,
from what you saw in the mini comics. It
yeah,
was a storyline all of its own, and it
completely.
has a place in history as well. And like I said, the Nordic people, the people of Germany, they revere these storylines as much as we do the Filmation.
Yeah,
And
it's not that we don't love the filmation. No, I mean, for example, I have a strong relationship to a character like Orko, which comes from filmation. As I love this character, right? It's not that filmation is no go for me. I love it, but I have to admit, like I guess most of the Germans that come from this timeline, we have our stories and our play history mostly from the audiobooks. And something great to be mentioned about these audiobooks, it's not a little series, right?
right,
There's 39 episodes that have been appeared, and all of them are at least 40 minutes, some over an hour long, and they really are epically inscenated. They have a lot of different high class speakers, high class actors at that time, even international voices you find represent there, and this makes it like a theater that I still enjoy to listen today. Well, Bill, the MP3 of all the 39 episodes, it would be a pleasure to send it to you. No problem. I
well,
send
that'd
it
be
to your
great.
mail.
I don't know how large the file is, but it's all in German, correct? There's
No
no.
problem. Yeah, it's all in German, and
Mhm.
there is a couple of episodes from this series that have appeared in England, but only three. So they're in English, some in Italian, and some in Spanish. I can send that whole. There is no
Mhm.
problem. I put it in a zip, and we send it over. We transfer to your email. That is absolutely no problem.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great.
And it's not illegal because it's the MP3 I put from my. I have all the audio cassettes, most of them still to my childhood. So all I did is save them on MP3 to have
Okay.
easy access. And if
Right.
I decide to share that with you on a private level, it's okay.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
no problem.
like I said, I would just love to be able to get into that storyline as well as the ones that I've already, know about, because that storyline is, I only know the surface of it. I don't know, and I'm sure that there was a bit of continuity between the episodes where the characters
Oh
progress.
yes, there's two continuities, which I think makes this universe really interesting. So in opposite to the formation comic, it gives you always a closed story, but all over the 39 episodes, they never lose the complete continuity. Never. There's nothing that sticks out. You can listen to episode one and to the last episode, and you will find references. It's nothing unlogically. And you have another continuity. There's a lot of double or triple episodes that give
Mhm.
a wider large. And you spoke, for example, about Beastman. We get to know why Beastman is how he is a little bit stupid, although he's considered to be a scientist before, and I don't know what we get a wide trilogy, so over 120 minutes why Beastman is a little bit stupid. And this is
Okay.
so that is so beautiful. And we got a little bit of Trapjaw Web Store. We get a complete behind story about Web Store, my friend.
Nice. Uh, Bjorn is wanting to know, is Jitsu kind of like Zartan? Um, I don't know. Maybe I know Zartan. He was a gang leader basically. He led those guys who lived in the swamp, and he was a master of disguise, able to disguise himself as anyone. But I don't know that Jitsu is a master of disguise. But like we were saying before, I just don't see Jitsu as a minion of Skeletor. I see Jitsu as in business for himself and allying with Skeletor to suit his own purposes, and maybe even double crossing Skeletor if the purpose suits him in that point as well. But I just don't see Jitsu as like Beast Man, just blindly loyal to Skeletor in any way.
No, I see him like you say, more like Merman, a complete, or like Trapjaw or Triclops. These are all characters that associate with Skeletor, depending to their powers for their own interests. And sometimes, if we're talking Triclops or what, okay, he submits because Skeletor is more powerful, but there is no like a grade of loyalty like we have it on the good side.
You got
No.
that's correct. That's the way I feel about them as well. And speaking of Triclops, he was more of
Yeah,
a mercenary for hire. He would hire himself out to whoever was paying him the big bucks and do whatever
exactly.
they asked him to do. So that he's not necessarily like we said a minion of any sort. He kind of operates on his own and in his own interests. He's just not he's just not a heroic character.
No,
He's
well,
kind of a
but if you look into it like that, how many layers they really brought into that? Because there's typical role models for everything in it. And talking about the club world, my friend, we can find these role models there perfectly. If I only had listened a little bit better to what they have told me, right? These guys
exactly.
are just the same, right? Everybody seems to be brothers, but in the end, you might have your own interests. And you don't find that on the good side. At least
That's
if you
right.
go to church, you also have a couple of weird people, but they will not bite your back.
Well, that's true. That's true. Uh, I always said, the devil is not down at the jailhouse. The devil's over there in the church. He's got all the people
Oh,
that are in the jailhouse already. He wants those people that are over there in the church.
oh yeah, yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
but
No, but these have been role models, no, with other words, and very finely worked out because this is a pretty much of a reflection of the reality. No, if you decide to force out your own interests by any costs, this is probably what you will hang out with. A couple of guys that do exactly the same, and where you need to look out that you don't get under the wheel.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Michael Purvis has joined us here tonight. I think if he's still in the chat. Michael, I invite you to join us if you want to. I've got a pinned comment up there that's got the StreamYard link in it. If you want to hop in and tell us about your toy store and the things that you have available, I'd be glad to let you come in. Oh,
And it's good that he's here because we still owe him the Trapjaw. No, it was Michael. I remember that cannot find him.
okay. And we got Bjorn asking if I'm going to get any of the Savage Crucible figures. I was over on Grindhead Jim's live stream the other day where he was talking with the guy that's doing that. And those figures look absolutely awesome, but they're probably not something that's going to be in my budget at this time. But it might be something that you might want to look forward to getting. But I'm probably not going to be getting those figures anytime soon personally. I have to make sure that my funds are going in the places that I need them to go to.
Yeah, I agree. I love the figures. I find them interesting. I also really love what they did to the 40th anniversary He-Man because I think this is a really good summary of all the He-Mans that we have had and with the best articulation for any collector that there might be possible. So I really love it, but it's exactly what you say, my friend. There's so many things from the origins that I still really want to get, and where I have a higher priority to fill up what I want to have in my diorama before I will go to these figures.
Yeah. And for me, the Origins figures capture the best of what original He-Man figures were. And what I really like about them is if you want to get some of the original toys out, these figures scale perfectly with them because they're the same size. So
Or
if you
I
want,
have them here next to each other in my diorama, and
yeah,
there is really no difference. And if we're talking about well, in the size of vehicles, most of the origins are a little bit bigger, but this all fits perfectly. This is not like rocking it out or anything. And
yeah,
for the money that they're doing this, my man, I really love the origin.
yeah, me too. And it just and the way that you can make your customs out of this stuff, like we were talking about before, using the different arms and legs and bucks with to outfit different figures out. It's just great. Bjorn says Origins is how you do a retro line. Other companies should take notice. Absolutely. How nice would it have been when they did the Ghostbusters retro line if those figures had elbow and knee articulation in addition to the other articulation they had, or the ability to move their arms up and down like this, so that they could actually hold their weapons in different ways. That would have been great.
Yeah, but in the end, I think there's a little difference. Mattel, for Mattel, Masters of the Universe is kind of a heritage, no? So
Yes.
picking it up again, it was kind of clear that they cannot just modernize it. No, they already did that with the 2000X, and it went off the grid. They
Yeah.
tried it before with new adventures. It went off the grid. So
Yeah.
they were pretty advised that they cannot do something like that. And also from the failures that Hasbro did with Star Wars, I think they have been pretty much prepared. You have to give them that.
I agree, and I think that one of the really big selling points of the Origin series is the fact that the the grown ups who played with those toys are buying those toys with their children, so they can play with them with their children.
Oh yeah, and oh yeah, this is happening, and now it's happening. Another thing that I would well, my kids they are too big to respond to, too old to respond to them.
Yeah.
But I see it within my friends. So I have a very good example where my friend just bought some Origins more than he would like to have to give it to his son and to sit down with him and play. So
Mhm.
the son loved the playtime with his dad, but he was not so much in love with the Origins, but now fell so much in love with the CGI figures. And this is what the dad's going to get for him right now, no? So
That's
yeah, it worked, and it worked very well. I'm getting this out of the box here. And
oh cool. You're taking him loose out of his box. All right. While you're
of
doing
course.
that, I'm gonna share a screen here.
Oh, I can
I can get
also
this up
share a
on the
little more
screen here.
detailed. I
Add
am
this in.
prepared
Here we
for
go.
that. I can show that. Ah, why the OBS is not working? Eh?
These are the figures that are in the current wave of the WWE superstars. You have Bray Wyatt, which I have, Ric Flair, which I just opened today, Hollywood Hogan, and Honky Tonk Man, who comes with his guitar. So, and the Honky Tonk Man actually comes with his whole jumpsuit is cloth. I saw him at the Walmart. I haven't. I don't think I've seen the Hollywood Hogan figure out yet. I didn't see him on the pegs anywhere, but
Uh,
and there is another wave planned.
are you still there? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still here.
All right. I'm messing up with my programs here. I don't know why, but my webcam doesn't want to work. And to make it work, I
Uh-huh.
would need to stop the OBS, which would kick me out of the program. So I will just get it loose from the blister, and then we will figure it out here. No problem.
Okay.
It doesn't get hurt. It doesn't get hurt. We're just doing it right now. Come on, come on, come on. There he is. So
Bjorn says He-Man was just before my time. I know only what I've learned through Grindhead Jim and retro blasting. Yeah, He-Man for those of us who were growing up around 1982 and through 1988, He-Man was a big part of our childhood.
Oh yeah.
And Bjorn says I'll keep an eye out for the figures that you need. All right. There is another wave planned after this one here. Let's see if I can see anything about that online real quick.
Oh, I think we have secured over that Brazilian channel that we will get 12 waves complete this year, no?
Talking about the WWE superstars, you may be correct on that, sir. I like I said, I saw another wave that's coming out.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to have NWO versions of Scott Hall. Let's see. Here we go. Get this to come up here.
What a beautiful guy.
There we go. Closer to as possible. Let's see. Yeah. These figures here are set to come out in a second wave. We got all of the NWO there with Scott Hall, and then we have Shawn Michaels. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool to see those figures come out.
At least here, because Mexico or Latin America in general has a very active wrestling culture, no? So
Right.
here they are running very, very good. I don't have too much troubles in getting the origins, but I have a lot of trouble in getting these guys because they're always sold out.
Right. Bjorn said he was born in 1994. Okay, you're a young
Oh,
fella.
Jesus. I made my A-level exams in 1995, and that is only because I was 1 year just like only sleeping and needed to repeat it.
Yeah, I don't know when this second wave is gonna come out, but like I said, with Hollywood Hogan in the first wave, and in these two figures here in the second wave, you'll have a complete NWO.
I would love to see that, but as I said, as I saw, we will get that. Oh, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful here. So, how is the mess? Ah, wunderbar, alter Schwede. Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Wow, check him out. When I got my trap jaw out of the box, the first thing I did was paint some eyebrows on him, so he looked like he was kind of angry and had these angry eyebrows.
All right. Yeah, he looks a little bit softer. And also he has this, I call it bubblegum color of his helmet, no?
Yeah.
He pops just out. I mean, I just love this figure, no? And I
He is
just love
cool.
the different weapons that we have them here complete again, in and out, very easy. Look, this guy is just cool. It's just cool.
Absolutely.
I'm very happy. I'm
Yeah.
very happy. And then there is a factor that you cannot pay for, eh? This is a message to everybody that loves to collect toys in the box. You will never, ever smell this. Oh
God. the smell of a new toy.
That is the best smell in the world.
Rage DeBrickshaw says you'll never complete the NWO without old Bischoff. Yeah, that's absolutely true. I agree with that one. Bjorn Jorgensen says, I still have my childhood WCW championship belt with the Sting sticker on it. That's cool. That's cool.
There was somebody very neat in his childhood, no? Took care about his toys.
Absolutely. So, have you got any more toys that you're going to open up tonight? I've opened up all mine.
I got a little more, but we can also wrap it up, my friend. I don't know about your plans.
Right. We've been on for about 45 minutes now. I thought I would just kind of stick around for as long as everybody wanted me to. Like I said, I wanted to get these guys out of the package and give everybody a chance to take a look at them and see what they look like after doing the toy hunt that we went on uh, yesterday. So I just wanted to bring them home and let them breathe and get them out of the package and let everybody enjoy watching me pull them out and play with them for a little bit.
No, I thank you for sharing this again with us. No, it's always this special experience to get the new ones. I have to
Uh-huh.
go tomorrow. I didn't went to flea market today for a purpose because
Mhm.
I'm planning to benefit on misery tomorrow. It is that there's two Walmarts here that are closing down. I have a big city, huge city close to me, and there's a couple of Walmarts, and two of them will close down. So they will kick out of everything this week in the next 5 days, and I'm going to try to benefit from that.
Right.
Okay.
Rage says, "Good show, thank you." We're not ready to stop just yet, Rage. Just stick around for a little while. You never know what might just happen on this show because when you're live, anything can happen. You can watch me get buried underneath all this trash in my room. You never know. So just stick around. Oh, check
Or,
out Stay Puff, guys. Let's look.
or you can watch this beautiful Mexican bootleg.
That's a Mexican bootleg Stay Puff with a Slimer in his hand. That is absolutely wonderful. I like
Yeah,
that.
and of course with the light button, and it's not only translucent, but it is glow in the dark as
Oh
well.
wow.
It's a really nice guy, and of course you can pop off Slimer, and he has his own action figures.
Cool. That is absolutely wonderful. I love Mexican bootlegs. Bjorn Jorgensen said, I was lucky the thing survived. I only have two at the moment wrestlers from childhood, Droz and Goldberg. Yeah.
So he was not that neat as I was supposing. Okay. So yeah, typical Mexican bootleg. We have a lot of these guys running around here, and the actor that you have mentioned before, it is also not rare here, right?
Uh huh.
Ghostbusters is not so much connected to the Latin American culture. I mean, they like it, they know it, and everything, but it has been more a blast in the States and in Europe, no, especially in Germany. There it is cult, no, and so these things are laying around here. You can get them pretty easy.
You know,
Figures from the 90s.
you were talking earlier about Mexican Walmarts.
Yeah.
The question I was going to ask you when the Origins series first came out.
All right.
I saw pictures online of these elaborate layouts that they had in the toy sections of the Mexican Walmarts
Yeah.
for the Origins figures. We never saw those down here in the States.
I know.
No,
Now,
they never those end caps with the pictures of the Filmation He-Man on them and the big elaborate setups that they had down in
yeah,
Mexico.
there's like three displays: a grayscale display, a huge
Yeah,
grayscale
we
display.
never saw any of those displays here in the States.
They're everywhere here. They're standard. And
Wow.
I will look to get one of these when it's time to throw them out, no?
Yeah, I would too if I were you. I mean, that's great.
But
Uh,
yeah,
I
this
wish
is
they had done that with us.
but yeah, maybe I don't know why that. Well, okay, I can imagine why they are doing this with us and not doing it with you, because the market in total is still far more traditional than it is in Europe or in the United States today. So you still
I
would
can see
have this need to cause attraction, and you still need to explain the parents why to spend that type of money, right?
Yeah.
And so they kind of need to do that here.
Well,
I don't have another
I'll let you
explanation
go
for
ahead
this.
and repeat here for some of the people who might not have been on one of, like Bjorn, who might not have been on one of the last streams that we had together. You were saying that they're actually spending ad money to put commercials on
Yeah,
television.
CGI has commercial television ads, and it's running very good. There's like 6 or 7 different ads running, and they're running frequently, also on pay TV as well as on free TV. Yes,
That's like I said before, when you mentioned that, if they're spending that ad money to put those ads on television, that means that those ads are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and those
yeah,
those lines are doing very, very well down there south of
yeah.
the border.
CGI series and toys do very well. But again, a part of the secret is that a new CGI figure you can get for almost the same price than a new Mexican bootleg. It's a little bit more expensive, but not way more expensive. It's not the triple or the double.
Right.
So it's easy accessible for Mexican economy, and so
Hmm.
also popular to buy it for children. We have a great dispute for that about Marvel right now, where the whole collector scene and the parents are really upset because we had the second price raise for Marvel figures this year, and they are close to 700 pesos now, $30, which
Yeah.
is very, very, very difficult for a Mexican
Yeah,
family.
I just saw that earlier today where they're planning on doing the price increase up to $30 a figure for a 6-inch action figure, which I think is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, here it's done. It's done here.
And not only that, but the new packaging that we're going to get after the waves that we're seeing now won't even have a plastic bubble on the front, so you can see what the
Yeah.
figure looks like inside. So that means that if your figure has sloppy paint jobs and crossed eyes and all that, you're not going to know till you pull him out of the package and get him home. And I just don't see how well that's going to go over with the collector market.
No, there's even another thing that I can figure out here as going to the market. I will take some pics tomorrow when I'm there so that you can see it, and you can already see this will damage them hardly. Here they are laying like around like old fruit. Nobody wants them. They're too expensive. You cannot consider what's in it. And now, from one wave, at least one wave, I can confirm this to you. The out packaging is all the same. So they print all the characters out there that is appearing in the wave. So you have kind of a mystery box, my friend. If
No,
if there's not a
that's
if there's
terrible.
not a possibility to figure it out over the serial numbers or I don't know what, you might end up to buy 50 packages to get your 6 figures.
Yeah, and see, and that's not going to happen.
No, no, no,
The
less for
parents
30
are not
bucks.
going to do that. The kids are not going to fall for
No,
that. The
no,
collectors are not going to fall for that either.
no.
And another thing that bodes ill for the Marvel Legends line is that I heard recently that it's been taken completely off of the planogram in the Targets here in the United States.
All
So
right.
you can't buy Marvel Legends in Target anymore because it's not even on the new planogram. It's not in the store at all. So your choice of where to buy the figures is now going to be limited.
For me, this is creating another. Well, a couple of them have tried it before and done it before. Is creating kind of a not existing need. No, making something supreme that is not that supreme by not delivering it properly or whatever. It is. Uh, I don't think that they're doing a good favor to themselves, right?
No.
Everything has his border. And what happens here in Latin America, I can tell you clearly, people go for the new bootleg that command with the Spider-Man movie or with the Batman movie that are also very nicely made, as we have seen, and they are bad damn cheap. So I don't know what is Hasbro reaching with that policy here.
I
No,
I have a feeling that they're getting ready to kill that line, and that all of these things that they're doing now is going to give them excuses to kill the line because they're going to say, okay, we're
it's
not
not
making
running.
money,
No,
nobody's buying this, so we're going to go ahead and stop the line altogether. Uh,
you can be right. You can be right.
uh,
Nobody knows how are the license contracts for Hasbro and all these series. I cannot believe that Hasbro hasn't got to know that the things with a couple of the series in the movies are not going too well, and this is swinging back on the toy sales. I mean, just see Shazam. I can tell you, my friend, these figures have been here like half a year, completely touched. In the Walmart, there was not a single Shazam figure that has been sold here until they have been disappeared just like that. They have
Yeah.
been put to sold out, and I cannot believe that Hasbro's not recognizing that. So maybe you're right, and they're just looking for a way out. And whatever contract you might have while not selling ends whatever type of contract.
Makes for a good excuse to stop a line altogether.
Get out there and see, my friend, we cannot continue this, although the contract says 25 years, because we're simply not selling it.
Yeah, and that could have a lot to do with it. And like I said, buying $30 for a 6-inch action figure is absolutely ridiculous. That's not going to happen. And we've seen this is the third price increase that we've seen. So that's
this year, and the year we have the 1st of May, my friend. It's young, the year.
Well, we're looking at Marvel Legends. We're looking at a line that's been around for at least a decade or more. So, all lines do come to an end eventually.
That is also true, but the how I don't agree too much with it, and I'm afraid, just like you, that this will swing out or swing back to Hasbro in one or another way. It's another failed decision, just like we had it with the Star Wars, right?
Bjorn says, "Do you know what surprises me? Hot Wheels, at least the main line of cars, has stayed the same price since I was a kid. Hot Wheels is an evergreen line. It appeals not only to children, but there's also a big collector market on Hot Wheels as well. I know that when I go on toy hunts and I go over to the toy section, there's always a couple of those Hot Wheel guys hanging around over there checking out what's on the pegs."
I just got infected last year, and
yeah, and like I said, the Hot Wheels line, like I said, it's like Matchbox and everything else. Those cars are special, and I don't think that you will ever see those cars leave the toy shelf.
No, and I think there's a couple of reasons for that why they also haven't never changed their prices. They still are able to use most of their die-cast molds, and they do that. So this is why you never see, for example, the year that the car instantly is made on the package, but you see the year that the mold is made. So you can buy a 1972 Hot Wheels mold today, freshly from the package in the Walmart, if you're looking for it, for the same price. But this is also, they can reuse and reuse, and they have this genius pocket toy that just everybody can take away. And you can give to a boy, to a girl, you can buy 5 of them. It's not bad if they get broken or lost.
Who doesn't want to play cars? I mean, come on, playing cars is just great fun. Even as an adult, we either we play cars the way we did when we were a kid, or we play cars by showing off all the cars that we have in our collection on the display shelf.
All right, and there is no gender differences here. And I have an example from yesterday. As I told you, I always give toys away here in my neighborhood to the Mexican kids. So yesterday I was with the taco lady, and there was her niece, and she was already playing with a couple of plastic houses and some cars. 9-year-old girl, right? Of course, they are playing in a different way than we do. It's not the smash and boom. No, she had a little cafe made up, and the cars passing to shop in. Stuff like that. But she had a car, and I immediately jumped on it and said, just give me 5 minutes. Today is Day of the Children. Just give me 5 minutes. I got her a couple of Matchbox cars more.
That's absolutely wonderful. Yeah. And you're talking about the way girls play with boy toys is different from the way boys do. I think Lego absolutely has understood that with the way they design their Lego sets, so that girls can play with Lego just as much as boys do.
Big part of their success, and even that it's so famous underneath the adults. I can tell you about so many adult couples that I have in my community that have a lot of fun building these kind of things together, hours and hours,
Mhm.
and that are so happy that I finally, after 30 years, have a thing that both can enjoy, although for different reasons. No,
Exactly. Well,
yeah,
we've done past the hour mark. I think I'm going to wrap it up for tonight since it's Sunday. We enjoy everybody that showed up tonight. Bjorn, I'm glad you decided to join us. Ray DeBrickshaw, glad you came in. Michael Purvis, glad you had a chance to come in and see us. And Rollo, I'm glad you came in. Rollo is Masters Maniac Mexico. Go check out his channel when you get a chance. Give us all some likes and subscribes and show us a little bit of love. Share our stuff around so that our channels can grow a little bit and see some more eyes.
you have been passing the 400 recently, so your lives are starting to help you a lot. You see, my friend.
Yes,
And
yes.
the last Friday ones even joined more than 100 views during the week. So you're doing very good.
Thank you, sir. Bjorn says Lego is one of my favorite toy lines. I have over 500 minifigs. Yeah, Bjorn's a big Lego fan. Speaking of Lego, Bjorn, before I take off, do you have the Majestic Tiger? I know Rollo may not understand the significance of the Majestic Tiger, but Bjorn and I do. Do you have a Majestic Tiger, Bjorn? Inquiring minds want to know. And Rollo, have you seen the Majestic Tiger Lego figure?
Yeah, but just as knockoff, my friend. And I'm sending a lot of these minifigures to Germany, literally, for the collectors, because some of these are really hard to find. I know that they're numbered, and here, yeah, you get them in millions. No.
Bjorn says he has his Majestic Tiger next to him
So
right
what is
now.
that? What is that, though?
The Majestic Tiger. All right, before I go, let's go over here and look at the Lego Majestic Tiger.
You cannot make something like this up and leave us dying without knowledge, though.
Okay, all right, get ready for it.
Majestic Tiger. Yeah, he's coming up with it.
Here we have them.
All right. Oh yeah, but everybody complains about that, no?
Yeah, it's the Majestic Tiger.
All right. Oh yeah. Oh Jesus. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Who in their right mind designed that? I do not know.
Oh yeah, now you got me. Yeah, thank you. Thanks God it's early, so I will forget till I need to go to sleep though.
Bjorn said, show him. I did. I showed
no. This is so badly inspiring. Oh God.
All right. Well, we close the show off on the famous Lego Butthole Tiger. So, all right, Rollo, you have a good night, man. It was good to see you this weekend.
It was a blast, like always. Bye, friends. See you soon.
Bjorn says, keep an eye on Grindhead Jim. Don't tell me you sent one of those to Jim. I can't wait to see his reaction to that. All right, everybody. Y'all have a great night. Rollo, you take care, man, okay? All right. Everybody have a good night. We're gonna close it out. If you enjoyed today's adventure, please hit like and subscribe and share the video. Thank you.